Good evening, gang. We are in luck. We have Mr. Collins and Ms. Gallardo, and they're going to walk through our belt review for you. Some of you guys have noticed it's been a little bit, but we're starting to get this system restored. And so they're going to start with the stuff we were working on this month. And again, the first story we're dealing with this month is we're trying to solve a headlock problem, right? So somebody's coming to try to grab your head, and it's turtle and frame and get off me, right? And of course, some of us are able to do that on both sides. However, sometimes somebody's coming to grab your head, and you don't quite get it, right? And so now they've got control of your head. They're dragging you down to the floor. That's what tends to happen next. In this case, Mr. Collins is going to run his roll through, which is the level 2 answer there. Then he's going to step up and get mounted and frame out and turn the jaw and stretch the way we've done it before. And then we're going to go ahead and reset again. And again, Ms. Gallardo's coming to grab his head, and this time he attempts that roll through, but it just doesn't quite work, and so you wind up on the floor. And so this first answer we're looking at is something that all the white belts are familiar with. We're going to go frame, scooch the booty 1, scooch the booty 2, leg goes over the top, and get off me. And if they let go, that's nice, but a lot of times they won't. So he's going to come around and get mounted, turn the jaw, frame, stretch her out. Let's go ahead and just reset from that headlock on the floor position. Right? And so bad guy's got a hold of your head, and this time he's working that white belt solution. He's got that frame, and he's scooching his hips, and she just won't let him get that head. She's down, she's low, she's tight. So now he's going to hook the leg, and then the next problem is he's got to get his bottom arm out from under there. Then he can come up and get mounted, and again, same idea. In this case, she let go because she didn't want to let him to crank on that shoulder, and that's not uncommon. Not everybody likes their shoulder getting twisted that way. Now, in this case, he's working the white belt answer, right? That first one, he's scooching away, but she's got the head down, so he's coming back looking for the leg, and then she runs away. She's not letting him get that leg, so he takes that big step back. He takes another big step under, and then tugs on that shoulder. Down she goes. He comes up, gets mounted. Let's do that facing the other way, just so folks can see what your feet are doing. So again, she's hanging on, he frames, scooch, scooch. He's looking for the head, but he can't get it. He comes back, he's looking for the leg, but she runs away. So big step back, and then big step under, and then pull that shoulder, and that's what allows him to come up and get mounted. And so that's headlock, ABC 1, 2, 3, and we got roll through in there as well. Let's go ahead and walk through snap down. Right, so no, and again, what normally happens is there's some kicking, there's some punching, there's something going on. They get frustrated and they're going to shoot a takedown. So she's going to frame, she's going to throw a couple knees, stop that forward momentum, big step back, come here, lay down, and then step over and get mounted if you don't have really good position. Let's do that facing the other way too. So again, things are happening. You're like, nope, you're not getting my hips. Good frame, driving a couple knees. She's going to step back and lower her center, come here, lay down. Then step over and get mounted, right? And that's that one where you need some suddenness. A lot of us try to do that one smoothly, and it doesn't work quite as well. So it looks like we're looking at log roll now. So again, you wound up on the floor. Bad guy's kicking. You need that good defense. You're going to roll in, keep your head on the floor low and tight. And then you're stepping up, turning away, and get rid of those feet. Let's go ahead and do it facing the other way just so folks can see. And again, so we're kicking, stomping. We got that good defense, staying low and tight, reaching in, getting those feet, right? Tight and low, little bump, keep the feet tight, stepping up, then turn, get rid of those feet. Good deal. And then it looks like we're going to try scorpion now, right? So we're kicking, rolling in. They step back. So first thing is there's that defensive position. And again, most of our white belts know this. And then if you're going to get up, there's that top foot kick. Place it, float a little bit, come up on the hand. There's the other kick, and then you're coming all the way through. Yeah, let's do that one facing the other way too. Yeah, that'll work, just so they can see their side. So again, we're kicking, we're rolling in, but they step away, so you come up on that elbow, and again, you're keeping your feet between the bad guy and your face, right? That's just a different kind of get off me. And then there's that kick there, place it, float a little bit, the bottom leg comes up, and then all the way through, right? One smooth movement there. Good deal. And then you guys want to do shredder? That's what's next on the list, maybe? So oftentimes this will come off that frame. Go ahead and turn around the other way because they're not going to be able to see anything. Yeah. Whoop. Oh, wait, coach kicked the tripod because he's a terrible person. All right, so you're coming off that frame. There's that hand in the face, right? It's just like we're dropping a 6-inch spider. Most people don't like it. They're going to turn. Notice that Mr. Collins is controlling that arm, kind of stuffing it under the armpit, and that allows him to control the jaw. Um, if we can do it where she winds up facing the camera, that would be good. So it's kind of like a quarter turn.
Yeah.
So again, we're coming off that frame. And she starts to turn. And then Mr. Collins will turn. Yeah, just keep, I guess that's all we've got. If we could wind up facing, do the opposite of what you just did, so we can see her face on the way down.
Okay.
Right, so again, we're coming off that frame. Shredder, shredder, shredder. She turns. Notice how he's controlling the shoulder and controlling the face, right? There's some details there the kids just tend to miss. Let's do it like switch places again, just so we get one more angle on it. Right, so again, we're coming off that frame, controlling the arm, handful of face, turn, turn, turn. Notice how he's stuffing that arm, and then coming under. Those of you at home, if you feel like you didn't get every detail, watch it in slow motion. You can take these things down to quarter speed. It really helps. And so then we've got, where are we? So we're going to do the Wolverine, yeah? So it's either a palm or a punch. It collapses in on an elbow, wherever the target may be, and then coming back with a hammer fist. If there's an arm in the way, you can remove that arm. Coming through with a palm or a punch. Elbow, another hammer fist, and then that pattern just repeats. If there happens to be something in the way, you can take it. If there's nothing in the way, go ahead and bonk them. The whole point of this thing is just it's low-tech power. You don't have to think a whole lot. You can just kind of cut a hole and whatever pops up. And then there is the ever popular KFM. So we're working off a frame. And then for whatever reasons, your frame starts to get crushed. So both hands come to your head and you're going to drop whichever elbow's closer to that armpit right into the ribs. It's more like a harpoon, like a stabbing movement. The next elbow is going to come straight up, and then that left elbow is going to come right back across. Right? And the whole point of that is there's nothing to think about. You just put both hands on your head and start swinging elbows. Let's do it facing the other way. Again, there's that frame, so you collapse in, bonk, coming straight up, zerk, and then coming back across. And again, if you don't feel like you've got every detail there, you can watch this thing in slow motion again later. Green belts, hint, 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 hint. And then what are we looking at? And then we've got our line training stuff, right? So there's the hand on the shoulder, right? Go 1, go 2, go 3, go 4, cover the head, arm pops out, and frame. Control the arm, knee number 1, knee number 2, knee number 3, knee number 4. Push, pull, stepping through, good base, find the floor, right? And of course, level 2s, you're gonna need to know that on both sides. Go ahead and do front headlock. Right, so again, air, turn her head this way so you can see what she's doing. Right, so it's air, control, right, thumb on the wrist, goose, haha, handful of stuff, grab, twist, pull, turtle, punch, frame, and finish what you're doing, right? Ms. Gallardo went with an underhook there. It could be a little tighter and a little more savage, but she's mostly in the right place. And then side headlock. Right, and again, so it's air, goose, all the way through, good, turtle, here comes that punch, and again, you'd finish it largely the same way. Can we see the side headlock with the punch? Right, so they start out there and just back straight out. Notice how she's using the air hand to protect her head. She's framing off on his ribs so she can get out of there. So the goose hand becomes the frame hand, the air hand becomes the don't hit me hand, and she hung out there a really long time because we were talking to you guys about it. As soon as you feel them start to swing, get out of there. So there's no reason to wait. And again, most of our level 2s, you need to know that on both sides. And again, you can watch this over and over and over again, and slow motion is an option. If you're a level 2, I would make friends with those tools. And as I'm looking at it, that looks like most of our good, most of the content. That is your belt review for February 2021. Can you believe it? Thank you, Mr. Collins. Thank you, Ms. Gallardo.